mother and daddy met when they were in the 3rd grade. And they dated right on through elementary school and high school and right on down the aisle to say, I do. With one weekend's exception, when they had a little spat, and so Daddy went out with one of their classmates named Jeanne. Now, Daddy also had a brother named Jeanne, and when his brother named Jeanne, my Uncle Jeanne, was killed in an unfortunate tractor accident, my mother, the young bride, went straight to her mother-in-law and said, I promise that when we have children, we will name our first child Jeanne. Which of course moved Mother up to the A-list for Christmas presents and birthday presents, and so, that was a good thing. Well, then a couple of years later, they have their first child, me, a girl named Jeanne. But you see, my mother didn't want to spell my name J-E-A-N. She couldn't spell it Jeanne, G-E-N-E, because that's for boys. And she didn't want to spell it Jeanne, J-E-A-N, because that was a lifelong reminder of that one horrible weekend. And so she took out her paper and she played with different ways to spell my name, and she finally came up with J-E-A-N-N-E, Jeanne. Now today was my mother's 65th high school class reunion. They get together once a year, and I usually go and help, but I didn't go this year because, let's face it, nobody, especially those celebrating their 65th high school graduation, want somebody serving them sweet tea in one hand and blowing their nose with the other hand. But I did send flowers. And on the card, I had the florist write, congratulations, class of 1945. I'll miss being with you this year, but I look forward to seeing you next year. Love, Jeanne. Now, I called my mother this afternoon and said, how did it go? And she said, well, it just went so fine. And, it was just so much fun. We had a lot of food, and people just talked, and they talked, and they talked. And Jean Butler sent the prettiest flowers. She wrote the nicest card, and she said, congratulations, class of 1945. I'm sorry I won't be with you this year, but I sure do look forward to being with you next year. Love, Jean. But it's the oddest thing, she said. She spelled her name J-E-A-N-N-E. My mother and I go back to the beach tomorrow to stay for the rest of the month. I'll be the one wearing the name tag.